Happy Wednesday, everybody. Thank you so much for downloading or streaming the Be Our Guest podcast. So glad you're here for the midweek as I get to hang out with my buds, Ricky and Scott, and tackle some of your listener questions. Today, we get a great question about a guest who is sailing on her second Disney cruise with her 3 kids. And she asks about giving them some freedom during that cruise while she and her husband do some adult activities on the ship. So we give some suggestions there. We also discussed the new influencer Ames store coming to the co-op at Disney Springs and the future of Coral Reef over at Epcot since they are discontinuing lunch service. Are the days numbered for the fish and the diners who love the seafood over at Coral Reef? This and much more coming your way on today's show. Don't forget, today's podcast always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We are standing by to help you plan the most amazing Disney adventure ever. The best part, no additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. This busy holiday season, you can support the show and get those great deals at the same time. Just click through beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And finally, thank you so very much to our Patreon supporters. We appreciate you so very much. Thank you so much for supporting us. You can support us as well, just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show every week called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd sure love to have you. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast.
Ready to take a trip to the world? You found the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. This is where your memories come front and center on our podcast stage.
Welcome to episode 2799 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from beourguestpodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you are having an awesome week and getting ready for some midweek fun as we tackle your listener questions, have some Disney talk a little cruise line, talk a little Walt Disney World, maybe some Disneyland in there, and of course, just have some fun hanging out here in the midweek. Scotty, Ricky, joining me today. Pam Forrester, just off the Disney Destiny. She's going to be back next week to tell us about that great new ship. That's going to be a whole lot of fun, but let's get it going. Scotty G here from Must See Adventures up in East Lansing, Michigan, but soon to be Port Canaveral, Walt Disney World, and the Disney Fantasy. Scotty G, what's going on? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. It's just one of those weeks, right, where I can see the finish line. I want the finish line to get here, yet I don't because I have so much to do at work and at home, but it's moving too fast for me. I need to slow down just a little bit, and then it can really slow down once I'm on vacation. But it's just a hectic week here, but happy to answer some listener questions today.
So you mentioned this time's a little bit different with the packing and the getting ready to head to the airport and stuff, because this time you're meeting M kind of and getting her on the way to the airport. So she's not home to pack. So because I think a lot of us maybe are going to be in this situation with kids that are away to school, and now you're trying to meet them for vacations. So in a quick nutshell, like, how's that going? Like remote packing and getting all that, because you're doing this like via FaceTime and stuff like that, right? Yeah.
Remote packing was interesting. So she was here last weekend, a couple weekends ago. And when we dropped her off, she had some summer clothes at Michigan, like those first 5-6 weeks are pretty warm, still. So we brought a tote with us and just took all her summer clothes with us, came home, washed them, and all that. And then we did a FaceTime call with Emily and said, do you want this? Do you want that? Or she told us what she wanted, and we're showing her closet. We're showing her all her stuff. What dresses do you want and all that. Everything, her suitcase is packed from the FaceTime call, with the exception of some of her hair stuff, that she has at school, and her shoes, because she took all of her shoes to Michigan. Basically. Oh. There was a huge suitcase of shoes basically that we took to Michigan for her. So when we pick her up, we told her you got to have all those things ready to go, because it's we're not hanging out in Ann Arbor. We're picking you up and boom, going back on 94 to get to the airport. So it's kind of interesting.
Girl needs her shoes. I mean, gotta
Yeah,
have
but it was
those.
just an interesting way to pack. But hey, this is the soonest anyone's ever been packed for a trip in our house. Like she's packed a week early, thanks to the technology of FaceTime.
And that's good stuff. I mean, you have to tell us how. I can't wait to debrief when you get back to talk about that because we'll have that week before I leave. And I'm amped up for my cruise, but I'm excited because I get to talk to you about your cruise right before I leave for mine. And that's going to put me kind of over the top. So I like
Well, you'll be ready.
the timing is going to be good. All right. Ricky's here from DisneyWorldAfterall.com and the Mouse for Less. Ricky, happy Wednesday. What's going on in your world?
Happy Wednesday. Can you believe it? But we are almost to December. And do you know what that means?
Dude, Christmas card and ornament
It is
exchange. Yes.
Christmas cards and ornament exchange. Yes, it is. So Nona is here this weekend. Was here this weekend. So Nona's Florence.
You said
And we were
Nona?
talking and we're like, yeah, so it's time to do the Christmas cards.
Let's go.
And then I got a hold of Michelle and I was like, Michelle, are you in this year? And she said, yes, I am. So we are good to go. I am going to have the information on the BR Guest social media everywhere. But if you would like to participate in the ornament exchange or the holiday card exchange, the holiday card exchange is going to be Florence. The ornament exchange is going to be Michelle. Those will be who you email. There'll be a list of information, like I said, that's on our social media that you'll need to like copy and fill in. Mostly just like your name, your address, you know, if you want an ornament, what kind of ornament you might like, or if you want to send out cards, how many cards you want to send out, stuff like that. So, you know, that's kind of the gist of it. But all those details will be on our social media. I will have it up it'll be up by the time this episode actually airs live. Yeah, so it is time. Oh, and the deadline, by the way, is going to be December 1st. So you have to have everything in. If you want to do the cards, if you want to do the ornaments, you have to do it before or by December 1st.
Michelle, I'll have it done.
I wish it was
December
earlier
1st.
because then, like, I'm on a ship. I could like get some Disney Cruise Line ornaments for someone.
Well, you could
and-
still get a Disney Cruise Line ornament.
Anybody's going to want a Disney Cruise Line ornament.
Exactly.
Dude. Dog,
I'm
nobody's
just
going to say
saying.
they don't like it. Anybody listens to this show is not going to be like, oh man, I'm so sad. I got an ornament from a ship.
I
You
really
kidding
wanted
me?
an ornament of
You
birds,
kidding me? They're
and
gonna
I got
be
the
sad.
stupid
Yeah.
Disney Cruise
You
Line
kidding me?
ornament.
Yeah,
you know?
try to do something that they like put on their list though that
Yeah,
like is
whatever.
for them though.
Yeah,
That's why I always
yeah.
like to get something. I always like to go to Bronner's and I get you an ornament from
That-
from the
that
world's
is cool.
largest Christmas store.
Yeah, but
That
not
is
everybody
true.
has like, the world's coolest Christmas village, like in their, in their state. Like that is, when you go there, I'm so jealous. You got like, it's like, it's so cool. Like
That's why I got come.
Oh my gosh. 'Cause
We had
you get that
David,
big-
our friend,
saw
who lives
that.
near Detroit. He was in the Discord. He was there last week too.
Oh, that's so good.
Nice.
Yeah, and so obviously it'll be happening in the Discord too, so we'll have all the information
Yes,
there.
I'll have
so
it there.
Over there.
Yeah, it'll be everywhere. I just
the
have to
excitement.
do the finishing touches on the graphics actually. So
Nice. We appreciate
and
that.
that'll be done probably tomorrow. So
It's so funny because when we started this, Florence, Michelle, all of us were teenagers.
I know, right?
Now we have, we have a full Christmas tree full of ornaments, and
do.
we have buckets of Christmas cards from all the years.
Between the ornament every year that I buy from Disney and the ornament every year I get from our amazing listeners, my tree is literally, I mean, I don't have enough room for the other ornaments that I have for
know.
my tree.
I love them though, because every year I'm like, oh my gosh,
I
there's like
know.
lizards from George, and this, Santa riding the space shuttles from Michelle, like the very first year, like, and he
I
goes way up
know,
on the
I
top
know.
every year, like he's from Florida.
It's so great,
I
yeah.
love it. It's so fun. Okay, so real quick, Art joining us from Facebook again. Real quick, if you're joining us, Instagram's kind of acting weird, so if you want to join us for the live recordings, jump over to Facebook, YouTube, X.com, or Twitch. It's going to be a better bet for you, so moving forward, do that. All the locations, join us live. It just works out better than Instagram right now. Art says, thank you for introducing us to Give Kids the World. My son and I took some time out of our trip to serve others while we were down there during our October father-son trip. That is awesome, Art. That's
so good.
exactly what it's all about, especially during this time of Thanksgiving. So we appreciate you
Mm-hmm.
so very much for that. All right, Caitlin's got a question over on Facebook as well, who's tuned in live with us. Hi from Maryland. Disneyland with a toddler coming from the East Coast. Fly out the night before or fly out early in the morning? We're all parents.
Yeah.
I like the night before.
It's a decent idea. I mean, they might be asleep on the plane and when they get there, so that would be probably pretty handy.
I would do the night
So,
before too.
yeah, yeah, I'd say the night
Because that
before.
way you hit the ground running the next day. And
Yeah,
plus,
I'm
and
always
plus
a fan of hitting.
well, because you're gonna if you go out the night before, you really because you okay, dude. Scott's pulling a Ricky. But dude, let me know if you got to call. If I got to call something. But Rory, thumbs up. Okay, good.
All right.
But because you got anybody in the Eastern time zone, you're gonna gain that, like where you're up
Yes.
early, like thing, and you're gonna really gain that coming from Maryland, like because
Absolutely.
Scott, well, you guys are both in the Eastern time zone. I get it, 1 hour less coming from Central, but you get that advantage that next morning, especially that first day. So I would say,
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
definitely go the night before if you can, right? That'd be better.
I think so too. Yeah, I think the night before is better. As long as the kiddo can hang and do that. I think that's what we always do. We always drive down the night before. We really want to, do our trip. So, that way again we can hit the ground running. So that's usually what we do.
They're going to Disneyland.
I know. You're not driving to Disneyland, I
know.
get that.
They're going to the West Coast. All right, Gina's got a question. Hey, BOG crew, my family and I will be going on our second Disney cruise Thanksgiving of 2026 for 7 nights, and we're so excited. My kids will be ages 11, 13, and 15. I can't imagine what her house is like. It's probably crazy. It's probably awesome, but crazy. None of my kids seem particularly interested in the kids or teens clubs, so I wanted to ask about the rules of leaving them unattended. Maybe they can watch a movie or something if my hubby and I want to go visit the adult-only area on the ship. My kids are well-behaved and responsible. However, I'm a rule follower, so I don't want to unintentionally break a rule. Thanks so much. Love listening to you guys when I take my dog Chewy on his walks. Sincerely, Gina. I can't do a Wookiee sound. I wish I could, though. That's a cool name for a dog, Chewy.
It is.
Chewy the Wookiee. I hope he's like big and shaggy and brown. We need a picture of Chewy in the Discord ASAP. So what would you say to 15, 13, and 11? We're going to let these hoodlums run around that ship. What are we going to do?
I say go for it.
I say, I mean, put them in the movie theater. Let them see a
oh my God,
movie.
Mike, you took my exact answer. I would say,
what can they do in the movie
as-
theater? Yeah.
as long as the 15-year-old is with them, you're going to
Yeah,
be
that's what
good.
I say.
I'm going to trust that the 15-year-old is very responsible. I will say, on some old podcast cruises, like when Emily would have been 15 or 14, like there had been other like younger, kids on younger girls. I know Mallory and Emily would kind of take them and go to lunch with them in cabanas and things like that. So as long as you have a responsible, and I'd say the 15-year-old, and that I'm sure they're all responsible, but I think you're going to be just fine. Go to the movie theater, the pool deck even is like has lifeguards. So they're like observing and things like that too. As long as there's like no horsing around and stuff like that, I think you're going to be just fine for a little bit.
Yeah, you just got to set parameters. Like this is for X amount of time, 90 minutes or something, like what ship are they going to be on? They're on a 7-night cruise. So
It's a
probably
7-night
on the
thing.
Treasure.
I would say too, though, like, because they don't have the wave phones, man. Those are like
those were
dinosaur. Just make sure, like, I hope one of them, maybe the 15-year-old, has like a device where they can still message you in case if there was some reason they had to get a hold of you. So that would be good. And Disney Cruise Line is great where like you don't even need the Wi-Fi package to message directly, as long as you like do that on the day you board. You get your message codes to the Disney app, Disney Cruise Line app, things like that. I would just make sure one of them has a device where they can reach you as well in case if they needed to, or make sure they go to a cast member if it was a real emergency too. But
yeah, nowadays iMessage works for free. I mean, on the ships,
even
without the package and like WhatsApp. Like the Hero Zone, like if it's open, like if they're not doing it, I mean, like you don't have to be a part of the kids club. Like there could be something going on that they enjoy. Like they could have that obstacle course running for like an hour, and that'd be like a great time. Like let them just go up there.
Only time I ever heard of a thing. So remember like the derby race car or whatever that is that you would make sometimes
out of the potato.
Yeah. So, because there's like a knife that's involved there. Like Emily once went there by herself when she was like 14 or something. Me and Liz were probably doing a tasting or something, and they wouldn't let her, so she had to join like another family. So her and like another mom like did the potato thing, and it's a fun memory that Emily has. Like she talks about that. All the time I was with that nice lady from Nebraska or wherever it was, and like we made the derby card thing. So for something like that, like if there's like a safety concern, they will like not let your unattended children do something like that. But so they're on it there at Disney Cruise Line.
I totally get why they would do that though, because your kid cuts himself with a knife.
Oh
But,
yeah, for
For
sure.
sure.
but I mean, it's really cool. Kudos to that family for like, hey, yeah, come on, join us. I mean, that's good on them that everybody got that.
Mhm.
And now we did that one year too. That I forgot what they call it, like the Spuds 500 or something. I'm like,
Yeah, it's funny.
what
yeah.
is this?
It's the Mickey
The
500?
Mickey
I think, actually, is what they
yeah,
call it.
somewhere you get for people that don't know. Like,
I
it
don't know
was-
if they do that anymore.
I don't know
I
either
don't know
because
if
I
they
haven't
do
seen
either.
I haven't seen it. The
It's probably
last
some
few
kid got
cruises.
cut.
It's probably it's about lost a digit
I
or
mean, I'm
something.
not laughing at.
No, but
it-
yeah, I mean, they gave you basically like, you went up like basically it was like a produce counter. Like they had like carrots and a baked potatoes and some pins and some wheels and a few like straight pins and stuff, and you just grabbed supplies and knives and stuff, and you'd shave down your baked potato and your carrots and stuff, and you make a race car out of it. And then basically it was like a pine wood derby, like the Cub Scouts do at the track, and you'd race your potato like in heats, and everybody it was the weirdest thing ever. But yeah, it was. But of course they made it
was so
fun.
weird.
It was so
But,
weird, but it was so fun because you'd have the best decorated potato, and people make it look like Mickey Mouse and stuff. It's a good time. I think
I
kids
think it'll be
will
fine, and I hope you enjoy that. A week-long thing. I'm about to say over Thanksgiving. I just love going to like Disney properties over Thanksgiving. You don't have to worry about cooking or doing dishes or annoying family members sometimes, So I think it's great. So I think we're gonna have a great time.
I do too. And again, the kids are at the perfect age. And you know what? You say that now. I mean, it's a year out, right? You say they might not enjoy the kids clubs, but here again, my best advice on this for cruises: have them go to the open house the first day, embarkation day, and tour Vibe and Edge, whichever one applies to the kids. Just tour it with them. Just tell them to be open-minded, go in there, because the thing is, they might see another kid that's from Gina. I don't think she said where she's from, but say like they're from Missouri. You might see another kid that's from like your state, and all of a sudden they kind of just like, hey, they have a Mizzou shirt on or something, and like all of a sudden they have some kind of a connection. Because the thing is, like, it's weird. Kids make fast friends on these ships, and like Mallory still like snaps with people she's met on cruises 3 or 4 years ago. And, they say that now, but I think that like friendships are made quick on those like first days. And then if you're kind of in, you enjoy it throughout the cruise. But I would say tour Vibe and Edge the first day to kind of see what's going on, because they'll kind of give you a schedule of what's going to happen throughout the cruise. And then if they don't like it, they don't like it. But I would tour those places because they are pretty cool. Day one, embarkation day. Just give it a shot. Something to do.
Love it.
You know what? And I would sell it, Gina, as I want to see it. Like, come with me because I just want to see what Edge and Vibe look like. But you got to come with me, though, or else I'll look like a creeper or something. That's what I was like. I got you come with me because I'm gonna go in there by myself. Like, so. But then they're gonna see it and be like, maybe in the back of their mind, like, dude, there's like a Donkey Kong machine. There's like a coffee bar. And like maybe they want to get in there. I don't know. That's what I would do. Kind of bait and switch them. All right, Renee's got a question. Hello, everyone. Renee here. I love listening to your podcast as I walk around my neighborhood. Fun fact, my dad worked at Disneyland when I was born. He worked at the Golden Horseshoe, drove the tram, and also worked at the dog kennel. Dude, how cool is that? That's awesome.
Very cool.
My husband is volunteering at a golf tournament in Orlando in January, and I'm planning a day at Disney Springs. I was curious as to where you would eat if you only had one meal by yourself at Disney Springs. Thanks for your advice, Renee. She's out in New Mexico.
It's like a preview for Friday's episode.
It is
kinda.
Right?
We're
Kind
gonna
of
be-
a little bit.
We're going to be in Disney Springs on Friday.
We are.
Virtually, thank goodness, because it can get busy. Okay, one meal. Solo. Disney Springs. Ricky.
Oh yeah, I know the perfect one. Let's see if Ricky
Let's
takes
see
it.
if you take it.
I think I know which one you're gonna take, so I'm gonna go with a different one. I'm gonna go with Pam's favorite, which is Homecoming. I love Homecoming. I think they have such good fried chicken, huge portions, which are always good too. So and the sides are fantastic. I mean, you can't go with classic down home sides. They have really good deviled eggs. I still make better deviled eggs. Sorry, Chef Art, I do. But your deviled eggs are pretty good too. So I'm gonna say that Chef Art's Homecoming is gonna be where you should go. But I have a feeling I know what you're gonna say. So go ahead, Scott.
Go
Maybe.
Scotty G. What
Maybe.
you got?
I would say as long as you're not like a meat eater, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, if you are a meat, you got to be
I
a
knew
meat
exactly
eater
where
to
you're
go
going.
here. But
Yep.
gotta go to Polite Pig.
I knew that's what you were
Lord.
gonna say, so I was like, I'm just gonna leave that for Scott.
That's the best because if you're solo, I think it's just easier there too because you don't need a reservation. You could just roll up there, you order. There's plenty of seating out there. You can eat outside, inside. Portions are pretty good. I think it's a great value, honestly. And I just love the Polite Pig. And once you walk by it, it just like
Oh,
draws
the
you in. Like,
smell.
it's unavoidable, right, Ricky? Like
Yes,
especially if you
it
park
so
at
is.
if you park at Lime Garage, it might be under construction
yeah.
right now. I think I can't remember. I think one of them is about to be under construction. But if you park at Lime and you go down that escalator, you have no chance to survive without going to
No.
Polite Pig.
You are just automatically
Yeah.
walking right into Polite Pig. Yeah.
That's one of those
Yep.
cartoons from like back in the Bugs Bunny days, where like
Yes.
you know, like the smell goes right into your nose, and like your feet are off the ground. There's you're in
Yep.
line. You don't even know it.
That's
Like, what
case.
am I doing? Like they picked the perfect spot.
They
It's-
did.
it
They
should
They
be
got the
really
prime real estate. I mean,
They
don't
did.
know how
And-
Polite
well,
Pig
and you
scored
got
that.
I know.
Because they knew the smell would just draw everybody in. So they're like, you know what? We want that spot right there. We're gonna just draw everybody
Illegal.
right
Yes.
as they get off the.
But even if you're a
escalator.
vegetarian, they have great like vegetarian
do.
sides too. So I always tell like some of my vegetarian friends, like don't overlook it still. I know a place like Polite Pig might not seem like the place for you, but like they have great sides too that I think would be a great option too for you.
I guess
I know they didn't say that in the call, but I'm just for anyone listening too that might be like, oh, I want to go to Polite Pig.
No, I mean that's definitely. I mean that's probably where I would go. That'd be my pick. Like, Splitsville's where I would go because you could eat outside, lots of TVs if you're by yourself. There's something to watch. But I would eat outside there by the. There's like a little bar out there.
Yeah.
That's a great place, especially on a nice day. But they have really good food. I mean, it's like
in January, hopefully the weather is really nice and you can sit outside. That'd be
Yeah.
really great.
Yeah.
I've had good pizzas there. I've had good, like personal pizza. Like not even there weren't huge pizzas. Like I mean, you're probably not gonna eat the whole thing, but it's not like enormous. I've had a really good burger there one time and onion rings. People always rave about the sushi there too. I haven't had sushi
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
wait,
sushi. Yes,
Splitsville?
People do rave. People
Yeah.
rave about the sushi there.
I thought he was
talking.
talking at Polite Pig for
No,
a minute. And I'm
no.
like, wait, they don't have sushi
No, it's
at Polite Pig.
Splitsville.
Okay.
Splitsville. People
Splitsville,
rave
yeah.
about
Secret
the-
menu.
Yeah.
Yeah, secret menu.
But yeah, I don't think you go wrong with either one of those. You know, well, I'll save it for Friday because I gotta talk about.
All right, keep going.
Yeah,
keep
save
going.
it for Friday. Yeah.
Save it for Friday. All right, let's get to another question.
That's what they
here.
call a tease in the
It
It is a
is.
tease.
It
That's
is.
what we do. Bureau Mike coming in hot. We got another question. Hey guys, staying at Grandestino for Marathon Weekend. Hope to see you guys. That's not a question. but
Not
hey.
really a question.
That is not a
he,
question.
he got me. All right, hope to see you too, Bureau Mike. There you go. I thought it was a question.
No.
It's so funny. I'm at Caribbean Beach this
We're
time.
just having
so
a fun day today. on a
We are. I
Wednesday.
mean, this is
We
where we
are.
are. Oh, I got to ask Ricky about this because, you always write the news. Have you heard about that new store coming to the co-op? Did you write about that yet? The new store? I
No.
talked to Scott about it on Sunday night show.
I have been with Nona the entire weekend.
You don't know about this
so-
store? Okay, I got to tell you about this. I can't believe
Okay.
Ricky doesn't know. I feel so...
You should feel
Good.
blessed.
Okay.
Yes.
There's this store. So they're taking out the vintage store in the co-op.
Okay.
You haven't heard about this?
Why do I feel like I'm being set up for something?
You are not. This is the truth. I read on WDW Magic. It's been out there for about 24 hours or so. And they're taking out D-Tech too. Disney D-Tech.
Wait, what? Oh, crud. I was going to buy my new phone case there.
Nope, it's going away.
Oh,
I
you
think-
still buy phone? Don't listen to Thursday's
Yeah.
episode, Ricky.
I think it's going away this week. 'Cause I think
me
this is
and
all
Mike don't
happening
like
this
D-Tech.
week. Yeah, it's days of. I mean, in 2013 it was cool. Okay, so anyway, it's the vintage store. I think it's across the street from it there in the co-op. What it's going to be? It's a store for vloggers and influencers, right? You're looking it up right now, you cheater. And what
I
they're going to
see
do
that.
is you buy like blind items.
I
like
am.
those,
Yes,
like those
I
little
am
things.
right
And there's little
now.
studios where you can like unbox your stuff live right there in the spot. So it's made for like people to do you buy your thing and you go and you like do it right there in the store. You do your like live stream right there in the spot. How crazy is that? I can't believe you hadn't heard of that because I was like, oh my gosh, like what world are we in now? Like now Disney's got an official spot for like live streaming.
I feel like this is going to be one of those things
6 months.
that in a few months they're going to be like, yeah, this was dumb and we're just going to take this out. Because while I get the appeal of wanting to do it at Disney, and I get that, I just don't know how, like, I don't know. I don't know how well that's gonna go. I mean, you're gonna have some people do it, and I know that for sure. Like, you're gonna have some vloggers absolutely take advantage of it. But I don't know. This seems like a good, like, temporary thing. Like, this is not gonna last long. I personally don't feel like it's gonna last long, but I could be wrong. So
I wonder because I mean obviously they could change the like backdrop seasonally and promotionally
Yeah,
because
I mean,
they
I
get,
get
they
that.
get to set their promotion, they get to set the scene for what they want the message to be, put a hashtag back there, whatever they want to promote. So it's good marketing by Disney.
But is it only the blind boxes that you can open there?
I
guess that's
don't
my
know.
point.
I mean, I have no idea. I just read
See,
the
that
article,
would
and it
be
was very
that's my
vague.
guess. And if it's only the blind boxes that you can open there, I would think that it's a very limited number of people that would take advantage of it. So I don't know how. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who do that, but like I just don't see it lasting for very long.
I would just do one daily. I was just like, all right, here's my daily blind box.
You-
Yeah,
well,
that's,
you know
I mean,
somebody- yeah.
and there will be people who do that. I
That's
can guarantee.
exactly what somebody's going to do. Scott just nailed it. There will be somebody that'll be like their thing. Like this is the
Absolutely.
daily
Absolutely.
whatever thing.
I
What's
would.
the
If I was a local, I would totally do that.
Absolutely.
what's the
if I was, I would do it too. Yeah.
what are the blind things that they're selling right now? Like what are the hot things Disney sells that are like in blind boxes? Like they used to be the vinyl masons.
The mystery
Yeah,
pins.
they have a lot
kinda.
of things. They have pins. They
Pins.
have figurines, I think, little like, plushies. I think they have a lot of things that are like in blind boxes. I mean, those aren't something that I collect either, so like I don't pay a lot of attention to it.
This
I know
this could be
a lot of
genius
people use
because
them.
we're
I
not
mean,
really
use
into the collectors like community. I mean, in the collectors community, this could be like because think about it. Anytime maybe they like tie in, you got. I mean, obviously you're gonna have to buy something to stream it, and I mean basically what you're doing, you're buying streaming time.
Yeah.
and
And
that's
then
so
I would just
cheap.
like if I did a series, I would just donate it to like a local like kids thing.
Oh,
or
that's
whatever.
nice.
Like,
Oh,
like,
the
have it like-
actual item.
Yeah, I would just
Oh,
donate
yeah.
the
I
item.
was gonna say
'Cause,
they
like,
ain't gonna
if you did
donate
a
the money
daily-
they get. Yeah.
If you did it daily, you wouldn't need all that stuff. So it could be like that would be if I was doing this, that would be my spin, because I got a good brand, and be like, oh, I'm charitable and I'm gonna donate these every week.
Yeah. That's actually not the worst idea. Like I said, if I lived in Florida, you can bet I would probably be doing this because this would be something that I would totally take advantage of. And I would do it every day, and I would do the same thing you said. I would donate the item to Give Kids the World. So there you go. If you're listening to this and that's your jam, please consider donating whatever blind box thing you get to Give Kids the World, and don't try to sell it on eBay because that's the other thing they're going to end up doing is they're going to buy the item, open it, sell it on eBay, and then get the streaming money from it too. So yeah, it's to me it's actually more crazy that Disney is going in on this idea of the streaming in the park. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really saying, hey, we're okay with this is kind of what I'm getting from that. So that's actually more telling to me than anything else.
Yeah. Well, Jason and Vern were saying, you got these like wishables that are kind of mystery plushies out there. Mystery
Yes,
pins.
that's what I was thinking of. The wishables. Yeah.
Mystery pins are there. And Beth brings up a good point. It's kind of like a, trading point for dupes. You can one of the things that shocked me the most about Disneyland when I went out there, and it still does, is how people set up to trade pins right there in Frontierland, like right there past.
Yes, they do.
Past the not Jolly Rogers, the Holly
Jolly Holiday.
Jolly Holiday. Yeah.
I can't
Have you
think of it.
have you
Dude,
been
I mean,
to
that's
Roger
hardcore.
is somewhere else, Mike.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
totally somewhere else.
But I'm like,
Have you
dude, that's a big time. I mean, this is kind of like a cleaner version of that. They'll have their own space and like it'll be neater.
Have you been to Epcot recently? I mean,
No.
outside of connections and that creations in that walkway area, there are people they have tables and they're sitting there with pins. I mean, just littered with pins everywhere.
So you think Disney
every time
likes that, or you think they tolerate that?
That's a very different question.
I mean, because they obviously like the revenue from selling
They
it.
like the
But do you
revenue
think
from you
they
buying the
like the
pin.
people hanging out for 8 hours, like with a trade seminar in the middle of the park?
Obviously they're hoping people are going to buy food and stuff. But
I wonder about that.
Pretty sure those people, a lot of them probably are just hanging out there. I agree with you. I don't know. That's a good question and one I don't have an answer to. I'm gonna guess that they tolerate
Yeah,
the
I've
pin
always
traders who
wondered that.
sit
Scott, what
there.
do you? I've always like thought, like they would toss these people if they could. Like just
Yeah.
the people that hang out for like that make it into almost like a swap meet for like. I just feel like I see them there for like 8 hours, and they're there like 4 or 5 hours later, still there in the same spot. It's almost like they make it like a little craft bazaar booth. Like it seems weird.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, but I mean, they're paying their admission.
They are paying their admission,
Yeah.
right? They're not really doing anything wrong. I
And
could
they're
sit
not,
there
like,
and eat nachos for 4
walking
hours.
down lines or anything,
Yeah.
really. As long
It's
as they're not creating
interesting.
like chaos, like in like
Yeah, I agree with you.
walkways and things like that, or being obnoxious to other guests. Like,
Yeah,
I think
they're okay.
they're fine with it, honestly.
Yeah.
And they're not selling anything for a profit. They're not.
No.
That's what I've always wondered because
They're probably getting more people to buy new pins. They're
probably.
like,
That's kind of what I was wondering. If
they're
there's
almost like promoting pins more.
Yeah.
Because where someone is gonna walk by and like, oh, what's this? Like, oh, I collect these pins. Here's my 2,000 pins in my booklet here. Like,
Yeah,
oh, how do I get started by that?
and
oh,
then
you
they go
over to
tell
that-
them and they
you go over to that store,
go
you
to
buy
that
a
store,
pin.
buy some pins,
So it's
and
promoting.
come over here and trade with me. And yeah.
That's why I love these shows because you never know where it's going to go. But it is super interesting.
No, you don't.
All right, we have a question here. Art says, "Oh wait, Real Mike has a question. He's double read
Does he
it
have a
to make.
question?
I know he's not
He
gonna get
does
his
have a
twice.
question. I read it. There's a question.
Now that Coral Reef is closing for lunch, how long do you think this restaurant has before it closes for good, or even the entire pavilion that side of Epcot is due? Don't say that. I actually kind of want to go to Coral Reef maybe during Marathon because I like that vibe.
I was gonna say, have you been to Coral Reef, Mike? Because I know your family doesn't like seafood.
Yes, I've been there 2 or 3 times. I got a steak there.
Got it. Okay.
They have steak.
They do have steak. Yes.
If you get a steak, you don't feel as guilty eating in front of the fish.
This is true. This is true. Last time I was in Coral Reef was think during COVID, and it was fine. It was fine. I mean, I thought the food was decent. I think that it could use some zhuzhing. They probably could, update the entire restaurant. Although with closing it closing it at lunch and opening it at dinner, they're not really gonna have that opportunity to redo the entire restaurant. But I do think it's an interesting thing that that whole side right there. You've got Sunshine Seasons, which is only open during lunch and closed during dinner. So that whole side, as far as restaurants are concerned, it really could use some love and attention because you've got the other side that has, again, connections and stuff like that, and then you've got Space 220 over there, and you've got all the restaurants from World Showcase that are super popular and stuff like that. So I feel like the restaurants in the World Nature side really could use some love, and maybe they'll get it. I don't think it's going to close though, and I don't think the pavilion is going to close because the pavilion is all about the fish and stuff like that, and of course it's got the Nemo theme. So I definitely don't see them closing the pavilion. I mean, they could close the restaurant, but it's been such a staple at Walt Disney World since the 80s. So I don't see them closing the restaurant. But I think that, truthfully, I think they probably could do an entire refurbishment of the restaurant, and that would probably help it a little bit because you've got the draw of watching the fish while you eat. So I think if they just gave it some love, I really think that would help the restaurant overall.
I think the restaurant stays. And the only way the pavilion closes is if there's something goes wrong with that tank. That tank would be impossible to repair. So like if it starts to deteriorate, then the whole pavilion's gone because that's like the centerpiece, and it would be just like it's too big to fix. And so that, like, if that thing sprung a leak or something, that whole pavilion's a goner is what I would say. The restaurant
at that point, yes,
everything. But I say Coral Reef stays. I just think they're cutting costs. Scott, I mean, what do you think? Scott, what do you think of Coral Reef? I mean, is it?
So I was there New Year's Eve a couple years ago.
It did not go well.
It's not good.
Not good.
It's nostalgic though. Like I like it for the.
It's really
nostalgia.
gone downhill. I like the tiered level seating. I like the atmosphere better than Space 220. I feel like Space 220 tried to rip off of it.
I agree with
you. Same thing. But I mean, the only thing that can really save this is if you did something really unique to the menu and brought this new atmosphere. So I was thinking, let's just change the whole concept to Coral Reef. What draws people, like characters and like interesting entertainment. I'm not saying it's got to be a character meal necessarily, because the way the seating is set up, it'd be really tough for a character to walk through there and go to your tables.
Yeah.
Let's bring in some of the puppeteers from the Finding Nemo musical at Animal Kingdom, and you do like a little show while you're having dinner with the puppeteers, and they come around and they sing songs and do some silly thing. I'm just kind of being weird here because there's no way you can save Coral Reef. Like that restaurant is done. But unless if you do something fun like this, you can bring some fun little like Hoop-de-Doo meets the sea or something right there in the Coral Reef restaurant, and you can have your tiered seating. You know how they do at Pioneer Hall.
Yeah.
Just telling you, that's the only way you can save it.
I think it can be saved. I just think they have to close it and do a massive refurbishment. I really do. I think that if they want to save it and fix the menu, put some really good seafood in there, not run of the mill seafood, but really 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 good seafood, and fix up the seating area. Maybe make it feel a little more under the sea, like that might be an interesting kind of take that whole Space 220 idea. And I'd say let's add the hydrolators back, but let's go under the sea. No, but I think that redoing the entire theme of the restaurant and changing out the menu, I really think would help it a lot. And I don't know if they're going to do that, but I think that would be the best thing for Coral Reef.
Kelly agrees with Scott. She said it's got to go.
Yeah.
But here, I like the nostalgia. I like nostalgia.
You got to change, you got to do something fun. And
You could do it like the Lion King show on Disney Cruise Line, or on like the Disney Destiny they're doing now, or
because character meals will sell out like no other. So
you are right.
Or some kind of like sing along show or something. Like you got to. Maybe it's a sing the songs from Finding Nemo the musical. Like I don't know.
Yeah, Jennifer says like an old school dinner theater. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Like everybody's coming in hot with these great. She's over on YouTube with these great answers. Here's my thing. Okay, here's the bottom line. I think, and this is the truth. Like, it's surviving for two reasons. One, nostalgia for people like me that'll go there not for the food, just because like you can go back into the '80s, kind of get that feel. The carpeted walls and all that stuff.
TV shows.
Yes,
I mean,
but here's the other thing. You got people going there for the very first time, and like I can go to a seafood restaurant with a big old fish tank. Like that's all they got to hear. Like they don't know they're going to like someplace that doesn't got good food, and it's their first time. Like you got so many first timers that see it in a Burn Bombs guide. Like got to eat there because that's what I did my first trip.
Oh, I agree with you.
There's still so many of us, not us. There's still so many Walt Disney World visitors that are getting their information from a Burn Bombs guide. And I mean, think about the places in a Burn Bombs guide you're going to go. You're going to go to San Angel Inn. You're going to go to, think about it because of the pictures, right? Living Sea. You're going to go to Coral Reef. Where else? Maybe like Beer Garden from a picture, because like it just looks good. And like the description, the one paragraph descriptions, like got to eat there. It's.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I 100% agree. So.
All right, let's get one more question. And it is from Art. He says, is there any update on the 2026 free water park day? It was a great add-on to our October trip. We love Typhoon Lagoon and still talk about how crazy those wave pool waves were. I'm glad to hear Art survived, because those things are intense over at Typhoon. The only thing we know still so far is that it's going to be back summer of 2026. Well, summer is. We don't know the dates yet, but I guess they should be telling us. I guess they'll probably tell us. Probably during wave season, which is January-ish.
Waves.
Oh, dude, yes.
Hey.
Wave season at Typhoon is no joke.
There you go.
It is not.
I've knocked out a whole Australian family in that wave pool. I was like, how you doing, mate? Sorry about that.
I lost sunglasses in that pool. Yes. They broke them.
Yeah.
Lost Paige one time. Like I held on to her and did not keep the grip. She went flying. Yeah, it's going to be back for the summer. And I don't know, like this, I mean, Disney's doing it up this summer though. So, maybe summer is more than just Memorial Day to Labor Day. Maybe it's a little bit earlier. Maybe they extend it out a little bit, but conservatively, I would say like June, July. Just spill my soda. June, July, and August. Got to be careful there. But yeah, it was a great add-on. And that kind of gives you the reason to get there a day early, and do that kind of maybe like add a day before your package. And that way your check-in day, you're there the full day to take advantage of that. So that's something good. All right. I think that's it for listener questions. How about some Disney Springs on Friday? Let's jump into, it's almost Black Friday. We're a week out. Holy, can you believe that? It's awesome. I love Thanksgiving. Scott's going to be he said it might be formal night on his ship for Thanksgiving.
I think it might be.
But then
Disney does not do a 5-night formal night, but like I think from what I'm kind of reading that it might be a formal night on Thanksgiving Day.
Check this out though.
Nice.
You're gonna die that I know this. How you gonna wear your Thanksgiving pants?
Ah.
if it's a formal night.
It's gonna be tough. I guess it's gonna be pajama night actually.
That's so
To
funny.
check that.
All right. We're going to jump on. We need more questions. So if you have a question, send it to the inbox, mike@beourguestpodcast.com. We'll get that before next week. Please send that again to mike@beourguestpodcast.com. Be an internet star. Drop a listener question to us for next week's show. All right, don't forget our podcast is always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. And we're thankful for all of our guests this past year. Thanks for supporting the agency and the podcast. Just come on over to themagicforless.com this week. We'll take care of you for no additional cost for those trips. Also, please use our Amazon affiliate link as you do that holiday shopping. That helps us with every purchase. Thanks to everybody who does that. beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you to our Patreon supporters. You guys are the best. You guys keep us on the air. Huge thank you to each and every one of you. You can support us as well, just $5 a month. And for that support, get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd love to have you at patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. You can follow us on the social media at Be Our Guest Mike is where I am. That's on Instagram, x.com, and Threads. Scott's at Epscott, EPSCOT in those same places, but you got to follow him at Must See Adventures because he's going to be dropping a new episode before he heads out to sea. He's working on it right now, so be ready. And it's travel day. We talked about that on Sunday night. And Ricky is at Ricky Nibs, RIKKINIBS, same places on the social media. And you got to follow her at a DisneyWorldAfterAll.com. So make sure you're doing that as well. And also have our live show Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. Scott will be out, so it's just me. I'll need all your calls, so be there and call in, or else that'll be a really short show. And don't forget, join us in the clubhouse, beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. We have the conversations going on 24/7 and get in on the card exchange and the ornament exchange. It's going to be fun this year. All right, we'll be back again on Friday. So until then, for Scott and Ricky, I'm Mike. Wishing you a great Wednesday. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon.
You've been listening to the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. If you have questions, comments, or would like to be a guest on the show, please visit our website at beourguestpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you real soon.